Hello, my young readers, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. As of the timing of this recording, which is just a couple of weeks away from 2003's Thanksgiving, I want to take this time to let you all know what I'm thankful for. And one of the things that I am really thankful for is you. You guys are what make this channel what it is today. So I just want to say thank you so much for your support. We can't do it without you. So thank you so much. All right, moving on. We've got a story that I truly think you guys are going to love. We've got Arthur back, and guess what? He brought his little sis DW. And remember, hang out after the story when Triangel and I talk all about it and get into it. So remember, if you guys hang out with us, you're going to really enjoy it. So let's get yourselves ready. Go get your snacks. Go get your drinks. Pause the video. Run to the bathroom. Come on back. Sit back. Relax. And stay tuned. The name of this story is called Arthur Tells a Story by Mark Brown. Arthur, I'm bored, said DW. Tell me a story. Arthur sighed. Not now, DW. Please, she said. I can't, said Arthur. I'm too busy. You don't look busy to me, said DW. Well, I am, Arthur insisted. I have to take Pal for a walk. Can I go too? DW asked. You could, said Arthur, except Pal and I are climbing a mountain today. A really, really steep one. I love climbing, DW said. I'll get my sneakers. No, said Arthur. It's too dangerous. There's a volcano at the top of the mountain. If it erupts, we'll be blown across the ocean. Sounds like fun, said DW. Not at all, Arthur told her. When we finally land, we'll be in the jungle. There'll be wild animals everywhere. Any unicorns? asked DW. Arthur shook his head. Anyway, after we escape from the jungle, we'll have to swim across the ocean. You can't swim. That's okay, said DW. I'll take a boat. But once we get on shore, there'll be reporters and photographers everywhere, said Arthur. You might get trampled in the crowd. Or maybe I'll get to be on TV, DW said. There won't be time, Arthur explained. We'll have to go right to the White House. The president will want to meet us. Ooh, the White House? Cried DW. Sorry, said Arthur. You have to be on a special list to get in, and you're not on it. DW smiled. I'm sure they'll let me in. Wait till they see my new dress and party shoes. It doesn't matter, said Arthur. We're taking a helicopter home, and there's only room for Pal and me. Besides, we'll be in a hurry. We have to get here in time to lead the big hometown parade. Oh, said DW. So now do you understand why I can't tell you a story? Asked Arthur. Yes, said DW. And thanks. Thanks? Arthur frowned. Thanks for what? DW smiled. That was the best story ever. Well, that ends our story. And like I told you guys in the beginning, this was going to be a good one. I mean, this ended up being a story within a story, almost like a dream within a dream. Has anybody ever had that? A dream within a dream?
I've had one of those. And the one I had, I was being chased by bunnies.
Do tell.
Now, these bunnies had sharp teeth. These teeth were no joke. And in the dream, I knew I couldn't fall and let these bunnies just run all on top of me because I knew they would, eat me alive.
Yeah.
So I kept running. And suddenly, I hear this voice out of nowhere tell me to remember the secret words. And I had no idea what this voice was talking about, so I just kept running. And while I was running, all of a sudden, I remembered. And I stopped. I turned around, and as these bunnies were getting close, about to jump on me, I said the secret words.
All right.
I said, "Bunnies, be gone."
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I'm the one who wasn't there anymore. I was at a family cookout, enjoying myself with my family and friends. And I'm like, okay. And when I went over to see what was on the grill, you're not going to believe it.
Bunnies.
It was bunnies.
It sounds to me, Triangel, that instead of having a dream within a dream, you had a nightmare within a dream?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well, the thing about it is, I get those kinds of dreams when I've already woken up and I've done something and I've gone back to sleep. And I'm not quite deep sleep. It's like a light sleep. And that's when I get the crazy of crazy dreams.
I've heard about that. That's actually called REM sleep, rapid eye movement. That's when you're not quite asleep, but you're not awake either. And that's when you have the most vivid of dreams. So that's what you had.
Well, I tell you what, that dream reminded me of one of Arthur's adventures in his story that he was telling DW in this story.
I loved the stories that Arthur told DW in an effort not to tell story. So he actually did a better job than I think he would have done if he had just, stopped and told her a story, because the stories that he was coming up with, oh my goodness. And they just went from one to the next one to the next one. And DW was just getting more and more excited as he continued with the reason why he couldn't tell her a story.
My favorite one was the volcano. I'm thinking, okay, Arthur, you laid it on a little thick. You're gonna lose her. But instead of losing her, he even gained her even more because she was just eating it up. For her, being blown up being blown into the ocean by a volcano was just the most fun thing she could think of to have happen to her.
And you know what? Arthur didn't even see it. He didn't see that the whole point of the stories he was telling DW was to kind of turn her off from wanting him to tell her a story, knowing that what he had to do and everything, but it was the complete opposite. So I loved it that he had no clue what was happening while he was telling the many different stories. He didn't tell a story.
Well, he did such a good job with the stories for DW that she probably wants to get a part 2 to the whole thing. In fact, I wouldn't mind a part 2. But, little darling, we've come upon that time that I've got to bid everyone a fond farewell, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!
Well, there goes Miss Triangel. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I'm so happy that you guys were able to hang out after the story And I'm hoping you all are enjoying the talks that Triangel and I'm having. So, until next time, my young readers, I am your little darling narrator out.